Is Chehalis in a housing bubble? Are the home values here about to crash like they did in 2008? Now, you've probably heard the national news screaming about the overvalued markets. But what about our quiet little town here in Lewis County, Washington? If you've been wondering whether now is the right time to buy, sell, or just stay put, then you need the local truth and not the national hype. Hey there, I'm Jessica Kirker, your local Chehalis-based realtor and relocation guide. I help buyers and sellers and movers from across the country, just like you, to find their place in our incredible corner of Western Washington. And I would love to help you too. So if you're thinking about making a move, give me a call. My contact info is below and I would love to connect. Now in the meantime, let's go ahead and move on with the video. I'm breaking down the 9 things that you need to know about whether or not we're in a housing bubble and what's actually happening here in the Chehalis real estate market right now. Number 1, what actually is a housing bubble? So let's go ahead and clear it up. It is not just the high prices. A bubble happens when the price climbs far beyond what's supported by the wages, demand, and inventory, and then it bursts because people can't or won't keep paying those prices. In 2008, it was fueled by the reckless lending, people getting mortgages they couldn't afford, and banks were pushing subprime loans. And that's just not the case anymore today, especially here in Chehalis. Number 2, let's do a deep dive into the Chehalis data. Now let's look at it at the local level. Here's what we're actually seeing right now in Chehalis. The median home price is about $425,000. Our inventory is around 4 months of supply, which a balanced market is closer to 5 to 6 months. Days on market is about 54, and the price growth is roughly 10% year over year. And right now, most homeowners here in Chehalis are locked into a low interest rate, and they have substantial equity. Now, these are not the metrics of a market about to collapse. These are the signs that the market is settling after the overheated last couple of years that we've seen. Number 3, emotional impact and why it matters to the real people. Now, for many of my clients, especially those relocating from out of state, the decision to buy in Chehalis really isn't about timing the market. It's about finding a better lifestyle for them. More space, less noise, and just a nicer pace of life. Now, one couple I helped last fall moved from California. Their biggest worry was what happens if the prices fall after they bought. And I walked them through all the data and reminded them, this is your guys' home and not the stock trade. And you know what? Their home has held the value, they love the neighborhood, and they've even planted some trees in the backyard. Number 4, what buyers need to know. Now, if you're thinking about buying right now, the most common question I hear is, should I wait for prices to drop? But you know what? The better question you should be asking is, what happens if the rates go up while you're waiting for those prices to drop? Let's run 2 quick scenarios to give you a better example. You could buy now for $425,000 with 6.8% interest, and your payment would be somewhere around $27.75 per month. Or you could wait for the price to drop to $400,000, but the rate may jump to 7.5%, which is going to make your payment somewhere around $2,800 a month. The difference? You waited and your payment still went up. This is why the strategy always beats guessing. Number 5, talking about strategy, let's jump into seller strategy. Now sellers, don't worry, you have not yet missed your window, but you do have to make a plan. Homes that are priced right, professionally staged, and marketed with strong visuals are still moving quickly, especially anything under $500,000 right now. Now, listings that I've personally marketed with full video, drone shots, a strong social media presence are averaging about 21 days on market. This just goes to show it's about how you list and not when you list. Number 6, common misconceptions. Now let's bust a few myths really quick before I move on. Myth number 1, prices have to crash. No, actually they don't. And normalization in the market isn't a collapse. Myth number 2, buyers have no power. No, not true once again. Buyers right now can actually negotiate. Myth number 3, rates will come back down soon. Yeah, they may come down, but it's not going to be overnight. Myth 4, Chehalis is just following the national trends. Actually, Chehalis is influenced by the local demand and not investor speculation like the rest of the nation. Moving on to number 7. Now let's have a little bit of fun here and talk about the 3 types of buyers that I'm seeing lately. Buyer number 1 is the waiter. They're waiting for a price drop that may never come. Buyer number 2 is the fearful buyer. They want to buy a house, but they are frozen by the news. And buyer number 3, which is my personal favorite, it's the educated mover. They understand the market, they run the numbers, and they move forward with clarity. Now drop me a comment below and let me know what type of buyer you want to be. Number 8, is this a good time to move? Now, there's no perfect time to move, but there is a smart time to move. And that really depends on your goals, not what the news is saying. If you're relocating, upsizing, or downsizing, there are opportunities out there. And if you're just curious about what your home might be worth right now in today's market, I do offer a no pressure consultation where I will walk you through everything. Moving on to number 9, the next steps. Now here's how I can help. You can download my free Chehalis relocation guide that's linked below. Feel free to schedule a custom strategy session with me, or just shoot me a message with any of your questions. I'll make sure to personally reply. All my contact info is listed below in the description. Remember, if you're thinking about moving to Chehalis, don't make your decision based on fear or what you're hearing on the news. Make it based on the facts. Thanks for hanging out until the end with me. And if this was helpful, give it a like so that way others can find it too. And don't forget to subscribe for weekly videos on living in Chehalis, market updates, and what it's really like to buy and sell right here in Lewis County. I'm Jessica Kirker, your local realtor and Chehalis lifestyle expert, and I'll see you in the next video.